Gartner have been running a CMO spend survey every year since 2012, and it's a survey that looks into both the spending and budget priorities of CMOs, as the name implies, but it also looks at the strategic priorities of CMOs and senior marketing leaders. So we dig into data around the level of budget, how that budget is being spent, but also the strategically important capabilities and the assets that are really important for marketing over the coming 18 to 24 months. The survey was collected over the period from March through May 2020, and therefore captured CMO strategies, budgets, and priorities in a time of upheaval. And here I'm going to outline 5 of the key findings from this year's survey. First, almost half of CMOs faced a budget cut in 2020. Media budgets appear to be the early victim of COVID-19, with 28% of respondents stating that they'd cancelled a media buy in 2020 so far. But CMOs feel confident about the outlook for media spend in the coming 12 months, with 62% expecting their spend to bounce back in 2021. So 2020 has seen a real inflection point when it comes to digital investments, with digital now accounting for 4/5 of marketing budget across paid, owned, and earned channels. And when we break that down, actually 13.5% of the total marketing budget is now going to digital advertising, such as display, video, or ads on platforms like Amazon. And if we add back in search advertising, which accounts for 8.6% of the budget, this means that almost a quarter of the total multi-channel budget is now going to paid digital media in 2020. And 3/4 of respondents expect that to increase in the next year. Another interesting theme that we've seen in 2020 has been the shift to in-house. Now, this is something that's been happening over a few years, but been really pronounced over the last year. Social marketing, creative production, and traditional media management are the capabilities most likely to have been moved in-house in 2020. Moving from people to technology, and technology spend has remained a priority in 2020 despite the tough economic times. So in 2020, technology spend accounted for the largest proportion of the marketing budget, at slightly more than a quarter of overall marketing budgets when compared with things like major agencies and services, paid media, and in-house labor. And CMOs remain bullish about MarTech heading into the next 12 months, with just over 2/3 expecting their MarTech investments to increase year over year. And finally, the biggest thing that we heard throughout the survey this year is one of optimism. So we asked businesses to talk about their outlook and how the current business and economic implications of COVID and everything that's happening right now is going to impact their performance over the next 18 to 24 months. And CMOs responded with positivity. Almost 3/4 expected COVID-19's near-term negative impacts to be short-lived. And 57% of respondents across all industries believe that performance will return to something looking like business as usual over the next 18 to 24 months. For more details on the CMO spend survey, including recommendations for marketers, you can read the full report or reach out to schedule an inquiry.